Alright, welcome back. Let's go for another ending and not murder Sentius. This time.
Citizen?
Okay, I think what I want to do is go talk to Calaris. Calaris about him.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Yeah, I totally didn't steal it. Right, we can still talk to the Still talk to the oh, I can't. Oh, wait a minute, there's something there. Why can't I finish a sentence? We still need to talk to the tailor. Jeez. Oops. Can I? Okay, how do I do this? Oh, that's the normal bow, can't. Jeez, can't I drop this thing? Why did I pick it up? Oh, for fuck's sake, that's so annoying. I picked it up in hopes of getting the palace quest again. Actually, if I need to roll the mouse backwards and it gets the bow. After the flashlight comes the normal one. Yeah, so far I've only been able to find money. Okay. Just more money. Can I climb down? I have not been able to figure out a way how to climb down. Luckily that didn't kill me. I do regenerate health, so that's good. That is Ulpius. There's the door I want to take. This is the way to the tavern. Yes, yes. Is Calaris here?
Sisyphus. Looking a bit troubled there.
Okay, everyone talking to each other. Yes, I know. Blah blah blah.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you stoics.
The fact that they are here, we are already close to the day ending.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself.
No, I have not found a use for the wine.
Relax. Get some rest.
I think I have like 4 bottles now.
I suppose you're right.
Calaris.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked.
I know,
How is
Calaris.
it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Right. He said last time that I just need to tell him I'm busy if I don't want him to dabble. Actually, if I say this, will we just stop this discussion, or can I talk about something else?
Oh, of course. I'll leave you to it then. I saw you slide down that rope before. Very impressive.
Yeah, I got it from you.
Strange, too, since that device you used is exactly the same as one I've been working on for weeks. There I was, thinking I'd invented it. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
Oh, something new. What do you need, Calaris?
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
Oh, I can actually drop off the zip lines midway. Yeah, I think Calaris wants to give the flower to the priestess. Equitia. Why do you need it?
I don't really feel comfortable talking about it.
Nah, we know about Calaris. Do you have a little crush on someone?
Look, I'll tell you everything if you get it for me, alright?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
Sure. Okay. Right. We haven't actually talked to Calaris about any of these things, so let's do it now because he's the man. Mumme.
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
Okay, I have time, Calaris. Actually, I'm not sure if I have, because I think the election is about to begin.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up. But by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
Sorry to hear that, Calaris. I love the voice acting of Calaris, it's good.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and
river.
Started my life over again.
I do agree, the voice acting has been good, like across the board, and the writing is good. Like the just writing their what they are saying, in addition to the overall writing as well. I'm glad it worked out in the end, Calaris.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. and he'll get his. One day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
No worries, Calaris.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
You indeed talk a lot. Oh, now we have memory labs as well. So those are probably the 3 things we need for the pattern, how people get here. Do you know way out of here, Calaris?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Sentilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia, but she'd never tell the likes of me.
Yeah, and she's not talking to me on this time loop, I mean today. Have you yet thought about running for magistrate yourself, Calaris? Because I think this would be a key thing.
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Duly set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Duly from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
If Malleolus runs, he's going to break the golden rule and kill us all.
And how could you know that? I mean, I don't like the man, but I don't see how you could know a thing like that.
Calaris, I just told you 4 things in the morning that were about to happen and you stopped them because I told you, so you still don't believe me. He plans to have Sentians executed for treason.
You overheard him say that? Oh, why does that not surprise me? He and Sentius have despised each other for a long time now. Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
Yeah. I was afraid he says that, because we don't have the way yet. What do you think about the golden rule, Calaris?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about the election? We talked about this already, but let's still ask.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Yeah, in Malleolus mansion, the locked door where someone was crying, that was Claudia, Malleolus' wife, not Sentilla, like I first thought. But she basically drove me out after a couple of lines, so I think I need to go back there and try to talk to her more on kind of why she's locked in there and crying. But yeah.
Alright, see you around.
I think the election is about to begin very, very soon.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his 3-fold praying.
I want to go for the flower first. So because the sun is going down, so we need to somehow drop from the zip line to there. Ooh, at least I didn't take damage. Okay. Doesn't actually. I will get there like really don't even have to jump that much. So almost immediately when it drops. And I also wonder that that's a big fall as well. I think the game, from dropping from the zip line, the game is protecting you from fall damage somehow. Yeah, oh yeah, it's like immediate. Immediately. Okay. I could reload, but I've been trying to avoid reloading. I've just gone for the time loop, so let's not start saving and reloading, even that the game kinda allows it. We can do this on another day, but okay, basically I have to get on the zipline and jump immediately. Oh come on, I pressed space! Okay, fine, we are reloading. I pressed space immediately. Just when I said I'm not gonna reload, but okay. Okay, not that fast. Was close. Okay, I will. Let's do the reload just to save time. So almost immediately. The timing on that is precise. Well, it is a kind of a very narrow place. Although this made me think about that, are there other zip lines I can drop away from and get into places? Oh, oh, oh. that is hard. Oh man. Oh, but I'm trying to do some sort of counting in my head, but it goes so fast. At least the reloading is and immediately feels stupid when you do it exactly the same timing as the previous attempt. 2.76, you're probably right. You're probably right. No, way out. It also because it got the acceleration starts slow and then it speeds up. So if you miss the timing, then you miss the marker by a lot. So it's kind of it's weirdly precise. That's actually closed. Yes. 2.7 seconds were right. There's no break there. There's just a jump. Okay, where are they going? Wait, I need to. Is the election on already? No, the election is not on. But it is very dark, so it's about to begin.
Calaris?
You,
Horatius?
citizen,
Looking a bit troubled there.
The stone
Still
that
no
always
I
returns.
haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What if there is something I can do? What if she's
The newly arrived are ignorant of.
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Take a look at this.
Citizen. Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible.
Yeah, I could test that. Outer Wilds I've been wanting to play, and in some way I don't know much about that because I also wanted not to know about it. But it has a time loop. I think that is timed real time in Outer Wilds. In a way, it's timed here as well, but it's significantly shorter in real life in Outer Wilds. So that you, that's the little I know about that game. Now that you mentioned, it's probably a game I will play sometime in the future. But yeah, Calaris, why don't you just go and give the flower to Equitia?
You mean, aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess,
right.
meaning she's
Forgot
taken a
about
vow
that.
of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful. I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest.
Ah, okay. Election is about to happen and... yeah, I know. I'm late. I'm late. I failed everyone. No. Again. Okay, we kept the flower, that's good. The only thing I'm worried about is that we need to pay Ulpius again, but maybe Calaris has a thing to do.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree grasp.
Okay, but yeah, we are about to end this day and loop. But yeah, I was hoping to finish that conversation before the day ends, because now I think we need to somehow do that again. I don't know about the priestesses of Vestal, but are they forbidden of love, or is it just sex that they are forbidden on? So it could be a relationship and love without the sex part, and she would not break her vow. Okay, so we have seen this once, but in case you haven't,
We have a quorate
Let's watch it.
body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain.
the
from
golden
voting.
archers
Let's
don't
make
die
this
to the
quick.
bow.
As I say your name,
I tried that
call
as
your
I was
vote.
locked in the
I'll
palace,
start with you, Horatius.
and one of them started shooting me while I was having important dialogue.
Dacius,
Malleolus.
Galerius,
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil,
Sentius.
Ulpius,
Sentius.
Rufius,
Malleolus.
and finally,
That's right.
Domitius.
Ulpius is here voting because I saved him.
You have made your decision. Sextus Sentius Imperiosus.
My fellow citizens, you've
Wait,
placed your
what?
trust in me once again, and you won't regret it. I vow that
It was
each
enough
day
that I saved
henceforth
Ulpius to
will
turn
be
them around.
just like this one, and I will deliver.
You and your rival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners in
Ah, this still ends it, but this time even that Sentius won.
Magistrate speak.
Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
Okay, it still ends here.
Colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is.
I've lied to
A
you with my
children's
flashlight.
fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm gonna enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, I want to get in here. I can... Okay, that's a lot of... Ooh, oh, I died. Okay, only thing there is a lot of money. Okay, but the arrows do push. The arrows did push the Push the golden archer.
As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain.
Okay, so we know what happens now.
Say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
So we know that there's a lot of money in there, so just in case we do need money, that would be a good way to get it.
Galerius,
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil,
Sentius.
Ulpius,
Sentius.
Rufius,
Malleolus.
and finally, Domitius.
Malleolus.
Actually, you know what? Let's just end the
You
day.
have made your decision. Sextus Sentix.
The many shall suffer.
I just realized that I have the quick button to that. Jeez, this stuff. Oh, the one on the right got me. Ah, yeah, I did say yeah, because there was no way for me to tell to Virgil that please say. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Nope. Okay, maybe I can just, if I just run in there, maybe I can get past. Jesus, that stuff. I think I got it now. Come on. Make the loop. Make the loop. Thanks, Sentius. What is happening is that the golden rule was broken. And the statues come to life. They shoot everyone and turn them into golden statues. Basically, this place ends. Sentius runs here and in a way starts the time loop again by coming here and turning on the portal with the ritual he knows. And me as a player character, I come back through the portal again, restarting my day. So we are in a Groundhog Day.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
And yeah, that thing I did running into that room, there was a golden statue in front of that door, so the only time to get into that room was during that end sequence, when that statue is alive. So I wanted to do that to see what's in there, and now I know, so I don't have to do it again. Yes. Calaris, there's a lot of things I need you to take care of for me. And because we have been here, Calaris here in my first loop, he took me to the magistrate and gave me a tour of the city. But instead of me doing all the same things again and again and again, when I time loop, I can ask Calaris to do all those things. So that's the first option here.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Okay. I still need to go and save Ulpius, I guess, with the money. So let's send Calaris to save Julia with antidote. Get medicine for Rufius for the rheumatism, and stop Fabia from entering that shrine that's about to collapse.
Julia? Oh no. All right, I can do that.
Oh, We got a new option. I just didn't see it. Okay, good. We don't have to. Okay, but we do need 2000 each time loop, so it's good thing I got extra attempts in a way getting that 4000. So in case we still have the time loop, I always have the money for that. So Rufy uses rheumatism.
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufius too, I guess. Alright, got it.
And then Fabia.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Yes, and Ulpius is about to throw himself off the great balcony. Tell him Julia will be fine and give him this purse of 2000 denarii to pay off his debts.
But how did you... Alright, of course. I'll make sure this gets to him.
Yep, that's it, Calaris.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Mm-hmm. You wondered why I could survive the jump to the water but Ulpius would not? Yep. And it was also super weird that it was not exactly Ulpius in the bottom of the pool.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the...
Because there was basically a skeleton down there. So that was really weird, but that might have been just like placed corpse there instead of having Ulpius's model there, but I don't know. That is true. Ulpius did make the pool deeper, so that's why I survived. That is actually exactly it. Astromaster, that's exactly right. The pool was deeper when we jumped in. Where was I going? I was going to talk to Equitia about the pattern. Try jumping before Ulpius for science. It is not possible. Well, actually, now that Ulpius is saved, I can jump in there. When Ulpius was standing in there, look at Calaris. Save everyone! Good job, Calaris. Oh.
I'm just going to help her swallow this.
It's so cool, I could actually follow Calarius and follow all those lines. Hey Bender, this is the Forgotten City, standalone game that was originally a Skyrim mod. I guess the mod is still available. Well, I'm not sure if it's available, but I guess it still exists. You could play the Skyrim. You could play this as a Skyrim mod. Okay, but here's Equisha. We need to talk about the pattern.
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Let's talk about the pattern. We know 3 things now.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Yes, I did. Some people mentioned river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Including me. And some people mentioned an encounter with a stranger, including me.
Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else?
But then there is the memory lapse. Well, actually I also had a memory lapse because I don't remember anything before the river. Yeah.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
Yes, a young woman.
And did you happen to catch her name?
No, I did not, because she didn't tell me. But in my quest log, there is a name.
I see. And was this stranger by any chance wearing a hood?
She was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Ooh, okay.
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Gotcha. No bathing together. I will help all of you. Don't you worry. Not too close.
Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you,
A
Obelisk.
golden bow.
I will.
Just like Apollo and Diana's.
Oh, look at them. We saved them. Woohoo! Okay, let's go. Let's go to bath. Oh, we actually only came here when I was looking for the bow after the assassin. I don't think we can have a steamy encounter. That would probably break the golden rule. But I did not come this far into this place before, so I'm actually happy I'm here because I definitely want to do some diving. But this is a big thing. This is major discovery. What she's about to tell me, I think.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it.
That's so cool.
I think I know who that stranger is. Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
We are all dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Yes, no one has commented on the flashlight before this. But yes. So we are all dead. We are all dead. That's the thing.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So much for escaping this place. It would have been very cool to find this place without her and see the thing in the bottom of the pool, but I'm not sure if I would have caught that like that. So that was a very specific spot I should have been in. Yeah, so we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories,
maybe behind the place
the
between the
deceased were
worlds.
taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Sharon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river.
Charon.
It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Yeah, I think Charon shows up as a different person, because it showed up as a man for some of the people.
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
That's an interesting thought. Speaking of Kabash, we need to find out what happened to him. He's missing. We kind of probably know what happened to Hannibal. We don't know yet what happened to Sentilla and Kabash, but we still have the upper cistern to take care of. Why are there so few people here?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Interesting. I do have my own coin. Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
Okay.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter, Orpheus, a Thracian poet, Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra, and Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
It's almost like the different endings. Tell me more about confronting the god of the underworld head-on. Maybe it's in the temple, but we don't yet have access to that.
That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Come on, Equitia. Calaris, the god of the underworld. Yeah, who knows? Maybe one of these people is the god. Hercules could manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand
bet your ass
exactly
I can.
what that means, But if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
I think I have at least 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4. I didn't even check the obelisk after I saved. I didn't even look around in there after I saved Ulpius because I wanted to talk to Octavia first and I forgot to go back. What can you tell me about it?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Okay, apparently I have the Roman one. Maybe that's the one I found in the Christian shrine. Where would I find the Greek plaque?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Ask Duly up? Okay. Where would I find the Egyptian one?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
This opened all kinds of paths now. We already looked in Kabash's room, but I wasn't paying attention when I possibly found any of these plugs. I do know I found one, and that's probably why I have only these options here. What about this mystery thing?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Maybe so. Yeah, this was kind of this was the big thing, kind of that's opened a whole lot more. All those investigations I have been doing, they have mostly been kind of side quests in this. But yeah. Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina, or guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
She might be willing to work against him to help us. Although that's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, How do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I've been hearing whispers from the female statues. Yeah, they are all female.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
I think it is the same voice. She's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Yeah, she was talking about the water. This was what I picked up earlier already. So I'm glad to see that as an option. Wade against the current. So maybe I need to swim up the waterfall? Or something?
That is strange. There are no rivers here.
No, there's a waterfall.
Let me think on that.
Yeah, well, the upper cistern is something I do need to go to. Maybe I need to get into the upper cistern?
Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Well, Sentilla is not going to give me the key because it's forbidden, but why is it forbidden? I'm really curious about that. I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Interesting. I know we can't escape from the way we came in, but just to complete the discussion, let's ask about that.
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Okay. Tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the golden rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Equitia, you already told me. You don't need to tell me that twice. I mean, I've been working out, but yeah, you don't need to rub it on my face.
I'll admit, you do seem different to anyone I've ever met. And even that lamp of yours looks like something Prometheus might have stolen from the gods. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks
this is
you
the same thing again. Okay.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Yeah. I will do that first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Good talk. There's nothing there. I was hoping there would be like some secret way in there, but it's not. Anything else in here? This was just a place to have a private conversation, I guess. Okay. Let's talk to... Okay, so many bows. Okay, Brother Zina. Yeah, I know. Let's talk to Calaris first about the flower. Load. Okay. Calaris, where are you, Calaris? And also we could talk to the tailor about Pluck. We haven't talked to him in a while.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I.
I know. You want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some questions, Georgius.
My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
Good morning, Scape. Yes. We have learned a lot, but we still have ways to go. We already got one ending. As I shot Sentius into golden statue, I created a time paradox. Do you know where I might find a Greek block?
And in a city full of Romans you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The
Okay, Georgios.
From a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Duly. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Okay. Do you know way out of here, Georgios?
Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at?
Wait, did I say the wrong thing? What?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
What attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
A long story? Shooting Sentius or killing him, that was a question that Munakas asked, and that got me thinking that indeed, like what would happen if I kill him? It was more of a question that is it a game over? Because he's not there to create the portal. But it was indeed ending 1 of 4. Yeah, just tell me the whole story.
Aha, you are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do
and Sentius mentioned it himself as well.
Natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
But we are still doing that. Yeah, we just learned that this place is the underworld, as we got pieces of the pattern how people got here together and talked to Equity about that. So now we know a whole lot more, and we know about other options. Okay. Let's just go through the discussion here.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
Yeah, I guess we'll be fighting Hades or Pluto. Well, not necessarily fighting, confronting him, I guess. What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
I think I asked for the name. But maybe I did not, if you are referring to the beginning. Because I did ask and she said she's rather not tell. She very specifically said in the beginning that she'd rather not tell, and I was like, what the fuck? I guess I should have persisted. Well, anyway, sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be.
Yes, I will play Dwarf Fortress.
No matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work
Steam
of many
version.
good people can
December
be
6th.
in the blink of an
Make
eye
sure to
by
follow
a
and
single
join.
selfish act.
Yeah, December 6th, Independence Day of Finland, and that's where Dwarf Fortress decided to release on Steam, or decides to release on Steam. So I'll be playing that whole December probably. Nothing but Dwarf Fortress. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I will play nothing but Dwarf Fortress in December. The Steam version. Anyway, back to this game. Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Indeed. What are you going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, we already have the election in the back, kinda. If we can just deal with Malleus. But let's still ask this.
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Okay, no worries.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Me too, Georgios. Me too. Okay, let's go ask our prisoner about...
Salve, Duly. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so. Galerius, what happens when you die?
You're not going to die anytime soon, Duly.
My mother told me, when you die, a ferryman helps you cross a river and your spirit lives on in the underworld. Is that true?
Well, yes.
Duly knew all along!
Is it true that if you were good, you get to go to Elysium, but if you were bad, you get punished forever and ever in Tartarus?
Something like that, but...
we are in Tartarus.
Because they say I've been bad.
I'm not going to let that happen to you, Duly. I promise.
Thank you, Galerius. Thank you.
Now, I have more work to do, but I'll visit
Jeez,
you again
Duly,
soon.
Duly. All we had to do was talk to Duly. Oh, listen to Duly. Hey, Calaris.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and...
Yeah, I know.
You're Sisyphus.
Yep. Yeah,
Sisyphus,
I know.
he was
Yep.
forced...
So. Okay.
Anyway, so, I'll tell you what. I'll keep...
Yep, I know.
Anytime. Now, I'm... Oh, and...
Can I be...
Salve again. Now.
No, why? Why didn't you why can't I show you the flower?
Alright, friend. Hope you...
Why can't I show you the flower? Calaris?
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Okay, let's talk about the election. I did that last time. Why is
Because
Duly in the
Sentius
cell?
put him there. Poor Duly was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Duly's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Okay, I'm skipping most of this dialogue because we had this already, and she asked us to get the flower for equity, and we did. But I was kind of interrupted when I showed it. But I'm not sure. Did that actually finish the quest already? Because I showed it.
And how could you? Well, if you...
Let's go with this. All right.
All right, friend.
Did we finish the quest already? Did this quest bug out because it happened exactly when I was talking to Galerius just when I showed the flower the election began, so did this quest just soft lock itself? Come on, Galerius.
Salve again, my Sisyphean... Now.
Oh, yeah, I think because I showed the flower and exactly in that moment the election began.
All right, friend. Hope you...
It's still active. It's not completed quest. Yeah. Kind of the quest ended and in the beginning of the dialogue, but the clearing of the quest log happens in the... I wanted to see that. I wanted to see him go and give the flower all that. Now I can't. That is so annoying. No, I need to talk to Duly about... that's the second time kind of the timing messes up the quest. The palace was so stupid that I could get there in that time and couldn't enjoy that as much as I should have. Okay, anyway.
Hello? Hello? Have we met before?
Yes, we have, Duly. Oh, is there a block in the floor? About that thing you have on the floor.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
May I have it?
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Aww. I need it for something really important, Duly.
But it's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
Aww. I understand, Duly. What if I get you something in return?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
Yeah.
Like Calaris. He's nice. I like Calaris. He made me a doll and everything.
Yeah, I know. What if I get the doll? I think I couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, Calaris will let me out. Then you can have my plaque and everyone will be happy.
No, I can't go to the palace again. The quest doesn't trigger anymore. It's a one-time only. By the time I got to talk to the half statue there, I was being shot because the day was ending, and I was being shot during the dialogue, so I couldn't do it. Let's talk about the way out of here with Duly as well.
You're going to let me out of here?
Don't you just
Really?
love springtime?
Yes, but that's not what I asked, Duly.
Oh. Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
I will still give one more shot in using those green leaves to get there, but I think that's just a way down from there.
Bye bye.
Okay. Now the question is, can I steal?
Hello.
Jeez.
Bye bye.
Okay, so you can't get. You can burn yourself. That was the first thing I managed to do. That. Okay, so
hello.
You can't get
Bye-bye.
to the. You can't get plug in the back. You can't go and steal it. At least it very much looks like that. Okay, let's talk to Quitia again and see if I can show the flower, or if I get the flower again. No, that's Julia. Is Quitia still in her place? No. Let's ask about the key from Sentius, but I know Sentius is going to say no. But I do wonder why. Why is the upper cistern out of limits?
I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
That's why I picked up the normal bow, and I have it, but it doesn't trigger the quest anymore.
We have?
We've done this before. I'm in a hurry. May I have the key to upper cistern?
I think it's best if I hang on to it.
What the fuck? I am here to say, okay, this guy has everything to do with it. Like he's part of it. He's part of this underworld and part of this hell. Why?
You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city? I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
You just trust me with literally everything. But that. Oh, fuck you, Sentius.
Yes, our water supply. From you. I wasn't born yesterday. Poisoning a city's water supply is the oldest trick in the Codex. Quite literally. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a siegecraft manual for military commanders some 300 years ago, recommending the poisoning or pollution of cisterns. And I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all this, be you. Perhaps it was a mistake on my part to place so much trust in you.
Okay, there is actually some logic in there. Alright, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, was there something else?
No.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here.
Okay, now that you mentioned the palace quest, I wouldn't mind doing that again if I can. But last time the quest triggered on its own. Decius came to talk to me. Decius came to talk to me when I was there, but I did not try.
How much one of these statues is worth on the outside? Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying.
It actually triggers when I talk to him. No, but wait. He's asking me about the golden bow. He's actually not asking me about the normal bow. Yes. I took it from the shrine, only to discover you'd locked me inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little confused. Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic.
Why don't you give me the key to the Shrine of Diana?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
There is a console in this, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. But I was hoping I could still get in from here. Okay.
Very well. Another time.
Oh, shiny.
All right. We didn't talk to Fabi, but this place is still very much locked, right? Yeah, we don't have a key to that, and we can't get a key from... I guess we could kill Decius and steal the key, but that's getting a little creative. Is it just me, or is it getting darker again? Why do I feel these time loops are getting shorter and shorter? I can't get up there. It seems like it's a way down from there, and that's a way down. That thing. I can't get anywhere over it. What happens if I shoot these? It's really weird that there would just be a way down from there, like a safe way down. Then not a way up. I did try this a couple of times, and it seemed like there was no way. So I should get myself like on that one, and it seems it can't be done. It would be like all things like that have been like super obvious, and not. And there should be like at least 2-3 more here if this was the way. Okay, I'm not gonna forget. It is what it is. Equisia, we need to show the flower. I will get the flower again if needed. This is another day, so I should go talk to Sentilla about Sentilla, because now she will talk to me before I forget. So Sentilla, upper cistern, the flower again, just because, just to see if that triggers again.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Heracles. He's not Bannerlord, not yet. Let's talk about Sentilla, Sentilla.
Oh, you... heard about her disappearance, I take it.
Yes. I found a letter in her room which mentioned her plan to escape.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Sentilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Yulia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Oh, okay, interesting. Actually.
Oh, look, you're back. How lucky.
Oh, shut up. Why do you need to be such an ass?
Oh.
She was seeing Ulpius.
Oh, really? That commoner in debt bondage next door thought he could win over a magistrate's daughter. That's awfully bold of him. I can see why she worked so hard to keep it a secret.
I already started to like her.
Ask him what he knows.
Now I feel like shooting her again. Well, not again, but I feel like shooting her. Again, I did not shoot her yet. Yeah, I've spoken to him. He's not responsible.
Oh, I see. Well, it was worth a try, I suppose. Just promise me you won't give up on her.
I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. Now that we have saved Yulia, let's ask about Sentilla's escape. That's her.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Sentilla's disappearance, Julia?
No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. It's very sad. She was such a lovely young woman. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's villa for months before she went missing, so I can't help you, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, that was disappointing. That was disappointing. Did we really not talk to her about her story and everything? Do you know a way out of here?
If that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
Oh, right. She just poisoned her. Fuck. My bad. Sometimes I don't think what I say. She just poisoned herself as a way out. Jesus. Okay, that was oh, they whispered about the priestess. Yeah, I know about that. Okay, where the hell is Equisha? I guess we can go talk to... We can go talk to Lydia. Nope, that's Calaris. Maybe Calaris triggers the flower thing now.
Salve again? No.
All
right, friend.
Word they tell you.
Yeah, I know, obvious. Okay. Livia.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice.
Are you not gonna...
The new... Cerberus lifts his triple head. and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, you'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
I didn't want to talk to the back of her head.
But they are ignorant.
No, this is not the place.
You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
This was Kapash's place. What happened to Kapash? Is there a Egyptian block here? No.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Livia, I know why we are here.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
Mm-hmm. You were and you are.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seemed cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, and still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Okay, I think that lead is now closed. Yeah, lead resolved. Lead resolved. Yeah, in case you have joined here for Bannerlord, I will be playing that later. And I will be playing Bannerlord all weekend, so tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday as well. So if you need to go from this game, go ahead. Come back later today. And if you want to come back tomorrow and Sunday, make sure to follow, so you know when I go live. Will be the same time, kind of daytime stream for me, but anyway. Let's go get the flower again. Let's see if that would somehow re-trigger some part of the quest, and then let's go find Equitia for that. Although this was hard. Let's still try. Let's save for this and do the reload if I miss it again. What was it? 2.7 seconds? Am I playing campaign or sandbox in Bannerlord? I thought about that. Because I'm not sure this won't be like the run of the Bannerlord. It will be a run. So I kind of want to take the take the campaign to see how it is now. Get the brother as a companion and all that. But man, the timing is so precise. See, I'm not decided yet. I'm leaning towards the campaign, so that's more likely. But let's see when I get there. Let's focus on this one first. No, it needs to be much faster. Nope. Oh, this is probably the most precise thing in many games I've done. I did this already once. I'm just trying to see if getting the flower again will do something. I just in case snatched it from the fly. Now I have 2, but that still didn't do anything. I will just in case get more money. And blind. And arrows, I guess. I have a lot of last wines. .65 seconds. I don't know, it felt a whole lot less than that. At least I didn't have to try it 15 times this time. Equitia. She should be standing here. She's not. So where did she go after the bathhouse? She not in here. Check all the rooms. Well, let's not worry about that. Where is the upper cistern? That's the palace. Cistern. I remember seeing that door once. What the hell was it? Was it up there on the way? I guess for the...
Be careful who you trust.
Oh, right. There was the chest in the lower cistern, but I think that's only money. But now that you mentioned it, let's
Hey, you're not going into the cistern, are you?
It is.
Well, it's your...
You can see that I have a golden bow, so please don't stop me now. Save. And we will face one guy here. Oh no! Those leaves. Those leaves I forgot. Yes. Okay, good. I forgot about those leaves. I remembered I saw leaves somewhere where I could climb, but I didn't remember what it was. So wait, can I do that now? Yeah, I totally forgot about those. That's more important than this. This money is just but that. But on the other hand, I'm pretty sure like you don't need this golden. Everything with the golden bow outside the palace has been extra. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's just money here as well. Went down there. Find a creative way. Okay, so this was a way in. Okay. Oh shit. Are you kidding me? Actually kidding me? Yeah, let's save here. Oh, yep. Okay. I wanted to see if I can walk. So I need to get up here and jump. Whoa! Okay, I didn't expect me to do that kind of jump. Is that Sentilla? Is that Oh, okay. Thanks, Gremionis, for mentioning the lower cistern and the leaves. Oh, she's held. Oh, shit. Sentilla?
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
Nobody sent me.
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What monster? What is going on in here?
I'm Sentilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me
It was
up.
Sentius.
He wants to keep us all here forever. Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
No, but wait, if I... No, we can't kill Sentius. No, that's... No. Okay, so... Wait, was it not Sentius? Who did this to?
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
No, Sentilla, you can't do that. But how hasn't this broken the golden rule?
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
Well, that is actually true. That is true. So kind of the only thing that actually breaks the golden rule is something that well, not the only thing, but if you are going to escape, that breaks it. Where is the way out?
Behind me. There's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
We can't kill him because that creates the paradox. Oh shit. That's true, Munakas. I have not looked at the bones when he dies. Oh, why have I not looked at the bones? Because I've always been in such a hurry. Oh, that is so clever. It's so clever. What will you do? You can't kill him. Like you can't, yeah.
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
No, but we can't do that, Sentilla.
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say? No.
What if I round everyone up so they are ready to escape?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
No. It's what? Yeah, I can't do that. See, because it will be the time paradox if Sentius dies. Although I think maybe Sentius would just kill her. But, fuck. I can't let you go. I will get you another day. You will not know it, but I will get you another day.
What? No. You can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
I'm not heartless. I'm using a time paradox here. Yeah. I will talk to Sentius.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
I know. I have to try.
You're making a mistake.
Did you say he's here? So that's the one. This is locked, there's still no key. Oh, this feels so bad. I'm sorry, Sentilla. I am really sorry. We only have one block, I think. This is still the only way in. Fuck's sake. No, fall. Fall. Okay. Yeah, I feel stupid for not looking on. Like this is now like the 5th or 6th time loop, and I have not once looked at like really looked at Sentius's bones. That is so typical of me. Okay, there's a Quisha. Finally talked to her.
Isn't the
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Can I? No.
See you again soon, I hope.
Yeah, I think we missed whatever would happen with the flower, and it will be stuck on the quest log. That's kind of annoying, because now kind of if that affects how things end, like I don't know. I would like Calaris and Nequitia to be together somehow.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
Yeah, I know what you did to Sentilla.
Me? What are you talking about?
You're keeping her tied in the cistern, and that's why it's off limits.
You know, you remind me of him.
Who?
Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you.
Oh, listen to the music. What?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, 6 times? Most impressive. And yet everything you've done,
I think that's the accurate count.
Because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Well, you are going to open the portal again. Oh. Just wondering, like, is he just a man? That's what I'm thinking about. I think he's just a man. You locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. And we are in the underworld anyway, so kind of, yeah. But yeah, you need to give me the key.
And why would I agree to that?
Because it's the right thing to do. He's not gonna buy that. Yeah, if you don't hand it over, you might have an uprising on your hand.
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies.
He is literally holding all the keys. Yeah. It is the right thing to do.
Oh, you and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens, where you're from. Least of all, me.
Oh, I love this. This is so good.
That to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful.
Is this game over? Like, is he not going to open the portal for me? Or is he going to order me killed somehow? I'm just thinking that is he going to open the portal still? Now that I know this, did I find one ending in a way?
I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
I already killed him. Yeah, but like a... Yeah, he He will have to open the portal, I think. But what he's going to do now, I don't know. Will he try to somehow get me killed? Yeah, I will find the way to break the cycle.
What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Okay, so yeah, it just continues normally from here. But the interesting thing is, also I think it's getting dark, so I think we are getting to the evening again. So I will see about his corpse when the day ends. Right, he needs to keep the loop going and me trapped in it. To keep his. I'm really curious. On the next day, will he be like now that he remembers everything? So I think that's pretty cool as well. Okay, wait a minute. What do I have open? Somehow get Malleus out. You know where the creek block is. We have no idea about Kapash. Some leads at the tavern, right? We need to talk about that. I have the Roman block. Okay, let's go to the. I wish that comment would change as well after I know he would somehow. Instead of saying citizen, he would say something like idiot. Okay, let's try to find Kapash, because that's a way into one of the
Calaris?
tablets. When everyone is here, we are really close to the election already.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. Not interested. Sorry.
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil instead.
What if she's out there?
I take back what I said.
Waiting to be
Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I suppose you're right.
I'm looking for Kapash. Have you seen him?
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
Hey there, Flaming.
All right, see ya.
Okay, looks like Georgios was not telling me the whole truth, the truth and nothing but the truth. We need to go back. Georgios, let's have a word. Yeah, it is super annoying that she keeps doing whatever she's cleaning and you have to stare at it for the whole time.
You look well, my sartorial friend. Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
I think he's already going for the election. Okay. I'm looking for a Kapash. I heard you were one of the last people to see him. I think maybe Kapash tried to do the ladder thing. Maybe Kapash actually escaped.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath us.
Come on, you can trust me, Georgios. I'm even using your proper Greek name.
Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself.
For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
How strange.
So I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
You saw Kabash?
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern, he offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again.
Yeah, where is this temple? And also, is Kabash invisible?
It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on your right.
Okay.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing. But you do not strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings, so just be careful, I beg you.
Okay. This game is much longer than I expected, but I'm loving it. Oh yeah, I didn't come here because I was always stopped by the Fabia and the assassin, so I didn't come here. I didn't even visit this place. Maybe I can see the invisible with my flashlights. Maybe I can set bread here that I picked up. Been wondering what to do with it. Ooh, hello. Hello. Kabash? Kabash? This was right here if I just would have explored the place, but I was not looking around enough. Oh man. Wait, has Kabash been... No, he has only been away for a couple of weeks, so he has not mined all of this. Maybe he is trying to finish this place somehow. Alright, then Kabash is not invisible. Kabash just came from here. Okay, this is very long way down. What the hell? Okay. Ask the old man if he's seen Kabash. I think that might be Kabash.
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Did he just comment on my flashlight? As a first guy? First anyone who has commented about the flashlight? Ah, thank you, old man. You made me so happy.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
You may. But you first.
It is best you do not know my name, for merely to speak of my existence in the city above could bring destruction on you all. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for Kabash.
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person.
It is a little bothersome that
question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the golden rule?
There's this kind of ominous combat music on because I talk to Sentius, because the music has been like really calm and nice. This music is great, but it's I don't think it fits the mood. It's Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sounds easy enough. Yeah, I will.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
I guess so.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, kinda. But it's not exactly right and right and wrong of the golden rule doesn't seem to be right. Yeah, so whose version?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
Nope, there's more than one.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
Yeah. This is really interesting. This is really interesting kind of even to talk about this, and I love that I'm literally having a conversation like this in the game. This is amazing. Yeah. That is really interesting. So maybe there is no correct morality.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
Well, that is a good argument. Maybe we haven't figured it out yet.
After hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions, what hope do we have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer them?
Maybe there is no hope. So what's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If
No,
there
you
is
are-
one
you are right
thing
about
I have
that.
observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
This is one of the best dialogue I've seen in the game. Like, this is so good. I'm getting chills for this, like how cool this is. Yeah, I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Okay. Do you know about this plaque that was removed from the obelisk?
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription?
Yes, that's the one.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Of course. Well, where Kabash is then?
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I am with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
What did it say?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
Alright. What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Alright. Okay. Guess since I'm talking to him, let's hear his whole story. Even that this dialogue has been awesome already.
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night I found myself in a tavern, in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Okay, where is everyone else? Have they died?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
Well, this is a stupid question. We already know that Hades is Pluto, and whatever name you want to give.
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Why can't you return?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Interesting. How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner. As you wish.
All right. Do you know a way out of here?
Ha! If I did, would I be living like this?
Well, fair enough. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
All right.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
I will. I will. What is this? Huh? Oh, there's something strange there. I don't want to fall down there yet.
Ah, you've returned.
I never left, old man. I never left. I feel like there's a lot to explore in this. Oh, don't step in the fight. Not to, Oh, right, that's the official way in here. Okay. So we are about to face Angry Kapash. Something else. Something worse. They dug too deep. Slow is beyond you. Fly, you fools. Game just auto-saved. Never a good sign. Oh shit! I hear sounds. Just fire. Okay. But we need to find another way. Is that a golden? No. Thought that was one of the monster dudes. Okay. I tried to go for headshots to save arrows, but maybe I should just shoot twice. Get the hits. Okay, so how the hell did Kapash... How the hell did Kapash get through this? That's not the plague I'm looking for. Well, this is very Egyptian temple. I'm starting to wonder what's beneath this. What was before Egyptians? That's Kapash, I think. Okay, let's save.
Stop! Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I am Zemalf. Nice to meet you, Kabash.
I am Kabash. And let me guess, another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors,
Nope. Well, actually, I am looking for the Egyptian plaque. But do I look Greco-Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
He did not mention the shirt. I'm looking for the Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the Obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greco-Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
I will. Oh, that is cool. Thank you.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The fourth one?
Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
What? Is that the actual name for the Egyptian underworld? Well, let's use my character's insight. The Duat?
Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
Okay. Do you know what this is built on top of? By any chance? Anyway, what's the problem with the plaque?
It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
Oh, Kapash. What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
No, but I need it, Kapash.
You are too late. It is done.
And now I'm going to have it go after.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
Yep. Right. Let's talk.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
Let's talk first thing, I think. Yeah, I guess I'll go through all this.
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kerti, and at the time I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Do you know way out of here by any chance?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
Alright, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think if someone is to break the Golden Rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
Hey, Owen. What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is, it would be unwise to venture down there.
And that's exactly why I want to go there.
Is everyone so contrary where you are from? Do not even consider it.
I just did.
Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Yes.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We already had this discussion like literally a second ago.
We shall see.
Okay. Before I dive in, we need a little break. Little break, and it looks like we'll be in the Forgotten City for a little bit longer. So if you are here waiting for Bannerlord specifically, keep on waiting for a little bit longer. So let's have a short break and go and see what's beneath the Egyptian underworld and continue with the mystery. We will still have no, we only have the creek block to deal with, and for that, basically the one thing left up there is getting Malleus to step down from the election and get Calaris elected. I don't know what Sentius will do then. Now that we know who Sentius truly is or what he's made of. Anyway, let's have that break, and I will see you guys in a moment.